What's up, y'all? It's Thursday. It's me, Erica. Ew. What's going on, y'all? Thanks for stopping by. Holla at a diva. What are we gonna talk about today? I don't have nothing to talk about. I don't watch Black Ink Crew. I'm not reviewing Black Ink Crew. I don't even know why I told y'all that. I'm throwing away receipts. I hate to have receipts. Isn't that funny? I don't want receipts. I hate all that paper. It just drives me crazy. Throw it away. Get it out of here. So what's going on, everybody? Had a good night? What we talking about today? Y'all keep wanting me to talk about Michelle Williams and this nigga Chad Johnson. And is that his name? That's Ocho Cinco's name, isn't it? What the fuck? I mean, not like there can be multiple Chad Johnsons, but I'm just saying. But here's the thing. They broke up. The engagement is off. It's not working out. She wishes him well in his ministry. I don't think she's mentally prepared. First of all, you already have some depression issues, mental health issues, and no one's saying anything bad about that. We all, are very understanding about that, and understanding how those things can have an impact in different areas of your life, right? And I don't think an interracial relationship with someone who is not willing to see who you are as a black woman, number one. Number two, doesn't see quote-unquote color, which is the most bullshit thing that any person, if you are white, let me tell you something. Stop saying you don't see color, because your inability to see color, it is dangerous, because then you leave yourself in a space where you don't understand me, and being black is like a major thing, okay? And for you not to see color, that means you don't see me, because the world sees me as a black woman, and that is not complimentary. That's not, tolerant, or whatever the fuck you want to say. It's not anything you should be proud of to say out loud to anybody, that you don't see color. Stop that shit. You should see color. Therefore, you will learn how to respect it and understand it. So I don't know. I was talking. She had to step down from a play. I was just reading a message talking about Michelle Williams. Somebody sent me a text message saying that she was supposed to be in a play, playing a African goddess. She's playing a goddess, Urzuli. And if you don't know who she is, then you could look it up, okay? But she's in a play where she's playing this role of this African spirituality, a goddess from African spirituality and African religious practices, Urzuli. And I was thinking to myself, maybe, she stepped down from the play, and I don't know if it's a remnant from her and this situation with this man, or is she... I don't know about Michelle Williams. I always it's something about her that I just feel like she needs, I feel like maybe she shouldn't be playing Urzuli. Her doctors are the one, to me, I feel like it could be something else in addition to that. But her doctors are telling her to step down from this play. And I think, after a breakup, you have this show on television. Now you're breaking off your engagement. There's just a lot of things going on with her that she needs to take care of herself. I don't know. You want to be, I don't think you have a mental illness, an interracial relationship with a man like that, that's not going to work. That's probably going to contribute to your mental illness. And it's not even like the outside people talking about you being with this man. It's what you deal with internally with him. He doesn't see your color. How do you respect her as a black woman? Woman is the most marginalized group of people, and you're you don't see that? You're not willing to see that? And if you're unwilling to see that, then you're unwilling to respect that. And that's a big part of who she is. And that, to me, I feel like would be adding to your mental illness. Like, why would you want to be with this man? Who the fuck? They met at a spiritual retreat. Honey, you need to stay away from those spiritual retreats, because that's where the vultures are and the predators are, okay? These women here trying to find, quote unquote, find a man, find their spiritual, you know, everybody on their spiritual journey. But when you go to them damn retreats, child boo, that's where they met. And he's a damn pastor and a minister or whatever. But he don't want her to make jokes. I mean, she seems like she might be a little, I don't know what sign she is. She's a fixed sign. Probably. I don't know. I don't know about the nigga. I don't like, you know, y'all do that. But like I said, you could do the interracial thing. Nobody's saying not to do that. But you can't have a mental illness and then be in an interracial relationship with a person that doesn't see you. Good luck to her, and hopefully she can get some help. They didn't disclose why her doctor, you know, ordered her to step down from this play. They weren't clear. So, you know, the play, it's a musical on Broadway. What is it called? Once on This Island. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about the snubs, the SAG snubs. You know, I was reading this article saying that black women and women of color have been snubbed during the Screen Actors Guild nominations, specifically focusing on Regina King, who was in If Beale Street Could Talk. I told y'all just a couple of days ago that we were in award season, and every other year they fuck with black folks. Women of color were not, you know, what black people and women of color were snubbed, right? Like they said the cast of they got an ensemble cast nomination for Black Panther, but the individual actors weren't nominated. The Hate U Give was not nominated. Hereditary was not nominated. Now, Hereditary was good. It wasn't people like the son, I think it looked like he might have been Indian. But I don't know. Like, I keep telling y'all, like, I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, they were snubbed, but what? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, are you shocked? Are you upset? What do you want to have done? Because they do this every other year. They do it every other year. You understand what I'm saying? And every other year, you in your feelings and emotional that you didn't get nominated. How about you do this? How about you work so that you can recognize your own talents and do it for yourself, instead of doing it to be recognized by white-dominated award organizations? Why? Like, we keep putting ourselves through this shit, and it really, at the end of the day, doesn't mean a fucking thing for a motherfucking actor to be recognized for their contributions to this art form. But what do I say? You cannot, as a consumer or even somebody who participates in the entertainment industry, you can't be mad at these white, male dominated organizations who give out awards in this particular industry. They do it every other year, and every other year we all upset, we all want to boycott. What's the sense of boycotting one year and then coming back when they nominate you just to give you, here's a little cracker, nigger, here, let me give you some so you can stop fussing? Because we do know that your voices are very, very powerful, but we also know that you don't stick too much to what you are boycotting. That's why we really don't take your grievances seriously. We'll give you a little cracker, you'll be okay for a year. Next year we'll snub all you niggas again. Then y'all will be mad again. It's like a fucked up relationship. I don't understand why it continues to happen, but all these people got snubbed, and it's a big deal because it's black women and women of color who are not getting recognized for their contributions to this art form. I don't know what else to say. Wanted to talk about, Michael Cohen was sentenced to 3 years to jail, was sentenced to 3 years for his participation and involvement with covering for Donald Trump. So when are they going to start the impeachment process for Donald Trump? Because not only does he need to be impeached, but he needs to be removed. Like, not the way that they impeached Bill Clinton. You need to be impeached and removed. But then we don't want that goddamn zombie Mike Pence to be up there. Goddamn, his clone was there with Nancy Pelosi sitting up there. Nigga, are you asleep? Hello, wake up. What the fuck? What are you doing? He didn't say, did he say anything? I didn't see the clip that I saw. I saw like maybe a 6-minute clip of Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump going back and forth. And Mike Pence like this. Nigga, what are you doing? Are you high? What is going on? Are you thinking about somebody converting somebody from being gay to straight? What are you thinking about? Fucking weirdos. This is goddamn weirdos. And every time I look, like somebody, Mike Bloomberg was saying he was gonna run for, like, people who look like that need to stop trying to run things. Like, you know, I don't want you to know. We need a shift in this motherfucking thing, but I don't think it'll ever happen because it's just not. I hope so. I mean, I hope I see it in my lifetime, but I can remember my grandmother saying the same exact thing, hoping she sees change in her lifetime. No. 3 years you gotta go. I thought it was my duty to cover up for him. Why would you think that it was your duty to commit a crime? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Anyways, 3 years you going away, Michael Cohen. Sorry, boo. Shouldn't have covered up for this dry ass scab anyway. Took that upon yourself. And just like the story goes, you the one that has to go to jail, not him. You know, that's like. And then Donald Trump has been awarded to pay, not him, but the girl. What's the girl's name? Stormy Daniels. She has been ordered to pay his legal fees for a suit filed against him where the judge threw it out. So now you got to pay his legal fees, almost $300,000. Him. I don't know what kind of luck that motherfucker has. I mean, he's white. He's a white man in America. That's all the luck you need, I guess. Kodak Black was up at Hot 97, interview with Ebro. And Ebro got right to it. And he said, I go back and forth with Ebro. Sometimes he does, like, that's the thing. You can't really, like, I'm gonna just say this, we can't be so binary with people and be like, okay, you had this point of view about this, so I'm gonna cut you all the way off. Now, if the point of view is dangerous and, violent, then of course we can be like, okay, we cool on you. But sometimes his ideas and perspective on things I don't necessarily agree with. I'm not gonna particularly say that, Ebro is completely trash, but he has some trash ass perspectives on different topics. With this, Kodak Black comes in. Kodak Black has a sexual assault charge filed against him. And Ebro said, I'm glad that you're here. And I know we can't really talk about your case that's going on because it's still open. But, we take that shit around here seriously. We take that seriously. Sexual assault. We take it seriously around here. Kodak Black is shifting in his seat, visibly uncomfortable, frowning up. You want to get over? Go ahead and get over. And he says, when you get some time, you could come back and we can talk about it. What is wrong with saying that? Kodak Black did not like that at all. He said, I feel like sometimes when a nigga is going through shit, y'all like to bring up shit for entertainment. You need to use your blinker, you stupid motherfucker. That's why you couldn't get over. I feel like y'all use like people's, down moments as entertainment. And I don't even think Ebro even took that approach as entertainment. He didn't even ask him any questions. He said, you have a sexual assault charge against you, and this is something that we take very seriously. So when you do get some chance on and are able to talk about it, I want to talk about it. So then Rosenberg, he tries to break it up by asking some stupid ass question. I forgot what he asked him. And Kodak Black was still upset. And he said, you know, we need to talk about something else. Let's talk about, or else I'm not doing it. Ebro said, oh, we can stop right now. We can stop right the fuck now. And he was like, all right. He got up and walked out. Another short interview. Breakfast Club had theirs with Birdman, and Hot 97 had theirs with goddamn Kodak Black. He got up and walked out. And as the tape is ending, you can hear Ebro saying, you ain't gonna tell me what to talk about on my show. I said, I know that's right. You don't give me no damn ultimatums, nigga. I'm an interviewer. The part that is really fucked up is the response that Ebro is getting for holding this black ass nigga accountable for his actions and inactions. You didn't even get to hold him accountable. He told you either he wants to talk about something else, or he's not going to talk at all. And Ebro said, you're not going to give me no ultimatum. We can stop it right now, because you came here to be interviewed, and this is what's going on in your life. We're not just going to talk about the music. We're going to talk about that you have a sexual assault charge against you, my nigga, and we take that shit seriously around here. I think Ebro should be given some props for what he did, because notoriously men don't hold men accountable in sexual assault cases. They always figure out a way to blame the woman, some kind of angle. She shouldn't have had this song. She shouldn't have been there. You know his history. Just, blaming, victim blaming. It usually takes that turn. And we've seen that over and over again for us to be like, you know what? That's a normal type of reaction that, women have and men have to sexual assault charges. Somebody's trying to blame you for you being victimized. And he got up and walked out. The response is what's crazy. The response from people saying, you're an asshole for bringing that up. You ain't shit, you a pussy. All of these things telling Ebro that he was wrong for holding this motherfucker accountable. I don't understand this idea that if we are going to move in an upward, progressive way as a community, as a collective, as a group, you have to hold the people in that group accountable for their inactions and their actions. And that's it. We take this shit seriously around here. Ebro takes a position in holding people accountable. And I don't have any problem with that, because no one does it, especially black men to black men. We could bring up Bill Cosby. How many black men were trying to figure out a way to dismiss these women who a third of were black, trying to say, well, if Harvey Weinstein, if Roman Polanski, but yet and still you got R. Kelly, who's had 21 counts of child pornography, had 21 counts of child pornography, and had a video tape of him having sex with an underage girl. And it's like you want to be able to do the violent things that white people are able to do. That's not a measure of equality that you should aspire to at all. You want you want men roaming around in our community to be able to get away, men and women, doing predatory things against underage children, and be able to get away with it because white people get away with it. Same thing Nick Cannon did the other day with trying to defend Kevin Hart. Well, these white women do it. Why can't he do it? Like, what are you doing? Why are you comparing? They have a history of violence. They are historically, and I believe inherently violent. And you want to align yourself and say you want to be equal to that? That's what you want to be equal to? You guys don't hold anybody else accountable. We don't need to hold white people accountable. Let them do what the fuck they do. We need to be worried about what the fuck we do. Because they're going to get away with shit. Hello? I mean, like, over and over again, we see this is the history of this country. They get away with shit. So we need to hold our people accountable and stop trying to align with this idea that white people can get away with shit, so we should be able to get away. These are violent crimes. I can see you saying, well, white people get home loans. Black people need to be able to get home loans too. Like, I could see that. But you saying white people rape motherfuckers and call people the F word. Niggas should be able to do it too. That doesn't make sense. It's stupid and it's low level thinking. And it's just dumb. And it's just dumb. Like, that at the base level is dumb. And it's problematic as fuck. He's a pussy. Your days are over. Telling Ebro that his days are over. You know how long Ebro has been in this goddamn game? Come on now. Because you held this nigga accountable for sexual assault. Now, I know everybody always just likes to say Kodak Black is a product of his environment. But that does not mean that you commit violent crimes against women. And think that no one is going to say anything to you because a white motherfucker can do it and no one can say anything. Like, that level of thinking we got to get away from, because it's not productive to anybody. Do y'all think that Ebro, I already know. Do y'all think that Ebro was wrong for mentioning that to him at his interview? Do you think that we need to hold people? Like, do you think he was wrong, or do you think he was well within his right? Like, this is his show. You came on my show because you want to promote your album. Wonderful. But something else is going on. And I was watching the other day an interview with Jodeci. And there was a time where Casey and Dalvin, was it Dalvin or Devontae? One of them were accused of rape. And the interviewer asked them about it. So I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with asking you about these allegations that have been filed against you. Why don't you want to talk about it? And Ebro saying, the fact that he said, we take that shit seriously around here. That lets you know, nigga, we're not playing with y'all motherfuckers no more. We're not doing this. We're not ignoring these things. We are talking about, it's a new motherfucking day. Things are changing, as Kevin Hart says. Things are changing. So what you used to be able to get away with in an interview, that's not happening no more. People have a new level of awareness, and people want to make sure you motherfuckers are held accountable for your things that you do. He got up and walked out. Well, good. Goodbye. And I feel sorry for Ebro. I'm in his comments on Instagram, and the people call him, he's defending himself. Like, he's defending himself for asking a question and making a statement about taking sexual assault charges seriously. I don't understand how anyone can see anything wrong with that. He told him to come back and talk about it. We can come back and talk about it. We can talk about your record now, but I just want to let you know, if you bring your black ass back up here, we're going to talk about these rape allegations and sexual assault charges against you. And that's what we're going to do. Because we take this shit seriously around here. I love it. Shout out to Ebro. Like I said, I don't agree with everything he said. I'm specifically talking about this shit right here. You did good, brother. So keep doing it. And other men need to do the same thing. Keep these motherfuckers accountable. Stop saying, well, Harvey Weinstein did it. Why can't he do it? Roman Polanski did it. Why? Roman Polanski cannot step back into the United States for what he did. They waiting for his ass to come back here. Come back over here and see what happens. His old ass. 80-something years old probably. How old is Roman Polanski? You can't do that stuff. And even then, like, when people get arrested and charged with rape charges and are convicted, their convictions be like 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, time served. They don't give a fuck. Oh, that's not me. I thought it was my break. Don't you hate to hear a car making noises and you turn the radio down and everything and think it's your shit? That's me. I'll be nervous, like, ooh. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, y'all. I'm here for the Ebro situation, and Kodak Black. I'm glad that he held the nigga accountable. There were some other things that people were saying that were bringing like colorism or colorist statements into the thing, calling him grimy and a roach and all this other stuff, and you know, but Kodak Black, I don't know, you got to be held accountable. I don't even have nothing else to say. I don't think that anything is like out of the ordinary here. Hold the motherfucker accountable, and that's it. Anything else? That's it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other and protect your energy.